Welcome back to another video in our dashboard series. Today, you'll dive into configuring the Web Viewer Gadget. You'll also learn how to make the most of its features. Let's get started. Web Viewer Gadget. This gadget shows a web page inside the gadget frame in the dashboard. You can display websites from the internet, the local corporate network, devices supporting a web server, or other parts of the PME system itself. This gadget is particularly useful when you want to showcase diagrams, trends, or alarms on your dashboard's page. This functionality becomes handy when creating slideshows, which will be covered in our next video. Gadget configuration. Let's walk through the process of configuring the gadget. To begin, you can either click on the plus button to add a new dashboard, or access the top menu and select Add a new dashboard. Once the dashboard is named, proceed by clicking on Add Gadget. Next, navigate to the Web category and select Web Viewer. After providing a title for the gadget and choosing the desired level of opacity, proceed to the next step. Use the source field to enter the URL for the website that you want to display. The URL should start with HTTP or HTTPS. When you configure the Web Viewer Gadget to access a website, you should be careful that the website does not include hidden malware, viruses, or content that could compromise your web client computers. It is recommended that the target site, specified in the gadget, be secured with the SSL or TLS protocol, accessed via HTTPS. In my first example, I will be using the website of the French program called EcoStruxure. EcoStruxure is an initiative by electricity network operators, aimed at managing electricity consumption during peak periods or when supply is constrained. The program's goal is to motivate energy consumers to decrease their electricity usage during these crucial times, often through voluntary actions, such as adjusting air conditioning, heating, or other non-essential electrical devices. This contributes to balancing the electricity grid, lowering the risk of blackouts, and promoting energy sustainability. Coming back to the gadget configuration, use refresh interval to indicate how often to refresh the content. The default of none indicates that the website is shown in real time. Display provides two display options for the gadget. Select Scroll the content to enable scrolling for content that exceeds the width or height of the display area in the gadget. Let's click Preview to view how the image will appear in the gadget. And hit Finish. If you are satisfied with the framed content, you can save the gadget. If adjustments are needed, you can do so by clicking on the gadget and accessing the top menu. Let's explore the second alternative at display. Select Crop/Zoom the content to display a cropped region of the website. Adjust the offset X, width, offset Y, and height for the crop values. The default position is set to the top left corner of the gadget, as indicated by 0 for both the offset X and offset Y positions. The default width is 1000 pixels and the default height is 848 pixels. It is recommended that the total of the pixel values for offset X and width do not exceed the display width, 1000 pixels. Click Preview to view how the image will appear in the gadget. Start by adjusting the values based on the area you want to display. Keep in mind that the sum of offset X and width cannot exceed the display width. For example, if offset X is 500 and width is 1000, a red border will appear around the 3 boxes, and a reminder will be displayed below. After making adjustments, click Preview to see the changes. And hit Save. Usually, it's a process of trial and error. You'll need to keep adjusting the values until you achieve the desired display area. As mentioned previously, this gadget is useful for displaying content from other web applications on your dashboards, such as diagrams, trends, or alarms. Let me demonstrate how to do this with a diagram. First, go to the Diagrams application, navigate the library, and select the diagram you want to display on the dashboard. Then, click on the 3 dots to reveal another menu, and choose Open in a new window. The diagram will open in a new browser window, and you'll need to copy the URL from the address bar. Take that URL and put it into the source field of your web gadget. You can follow the same process with content in trends or alarms. Let me quickly demonstrate how to do it with trends. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.